Another video and another FAQ from a client this week, and we've done videos on this before, but what I wanted to explain was the validity of a Padron certificate, a Certificado de empadronamiento. Okay, so first of all, we know that when you come to Spain, well, you might not know that when you come to Spain, we have a way of registering at our local town hall. Okay, so it's a very good idea when you come to Spain to register at the local town hall. This doesn't only help you with a document that you're about to obtain from registering on the town hall, it also helps the town itself, because the more inhabitants that the town has, the more money they can basically claim from central government to help them improve the town. So the first point to make is that when you move to Spain, please make sure you register on the what they call the Padron. Okay, so Registro de Padron. Make sure you sign on, because that helps your town. If you're a non-resident and someone tells you to sign on the Padron, don't do it. Don't sign on the Padron as a non-resident. It's really only for residents in Spain. Okay, so what is the Padron? So when you've signed on, you're basically on the local residence register. This is going to allow you to do everything from register to vote in the local elections. It's also going to give you access maybe to local activities at a reduced rate. In some cases, in some town halls, it used to actually give you a reduction in your council tax. But most importantly, when you are registered, you will get a document, okay, a certificate called a Certificado de empadronamiento. Okay, the Certificado de empadronamiento is your proof of where you live, and it also acts as proof of address for every single government agency or anything you're doing in Spain. You need this document to prove your address. It is the ultimate proof of address. Even over a property deed, a rental contract, the Certificado de empadronamiento, or as it's well known as the Padron certificate, is your proof of address. Okay, so for people who are coming over and registering their TIE cards, some districts don't always ask for it the first time, but definitely for renewal you'll be asked for it to prove your address. So make sure you have your certificate of Certificado de empadronamiento, your Padron certificate. If you're coming over on an S1, for example, to receive healthcare with an S1, you're going to need that document to register your healthcare in Spain. Basically, everywhere you go, they're going to ask you for your TIE card and your Padron if you're doing anything. Now, the most common misconception with the Padron is the validity of the Padron certificate. Now, you do not have to renew your Padron every 90 days. That's the most common misconception about the Padron certificate. You don't have to do that. What happens is you make an initial registration. If you are a non-EU citizen, then after 2 years, you'll have to go and confirm that you're still living at the address, if you are still living at that address. If not, you would have registered somewhere else. And for EU citizens, they have to confirm every 5 years that they are still at the address. When it comes to proving your address, this is where the 90-day thing comes in. So if we are buying a car, etc., and we want to prove our address, you will need a Padron certificate which is dated within the last 90 days. Okay, so the validity of the certificate is 90 days. As long as you have a certificate dated within the last 90 days, the authorities consider that as proof that you're still living at the address. Okay, now, how will you explain this? We're going to explain it as the Padron register is one thing, so you go along, you register. You might not even get a certificate at that point. That's always a good idea to get one, I think. And you'll be on the town hall register. If you need to prove your address any time during your period in Spain, you have to go back to the town hall, or in some cases you can get it with a digital certificate, and get a copy of that, of your registration. The copy of your registration is known as the Certificado de empadronamiento, the Padron certificate. Now that copy, that certificate, is only valid for 90 days. You're not going to get kicked off the register, okay, unless you don't do your either 2-year or 5-year renewal, depending if you're a third country national or if you're an EU citizen. But the certificate, in terms of proving where you live, is only valid for 90 days. Okay, so there we go. So if you're buying a car, registering your S1, going to the medical centre or doing anything that you need to prove your address, you're going to need a Padron certificate, Certificado de empadronamiento, but you do not need to renew your Padron every 90 days. It only expires after 2 years. If you're a non-EU citizen, you have to go and confirm your residence, and if you're an EU citizen, it's after 5 years. Okay then, thanks for that. It's an FAQ for one of our clients. I thought I'd get it on a video. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and any comments or questions, ask them below, and I might even do a video to answer them as well. Thanks for watching.